Hello everyone and welcome to Tay Talks 3 comment section. So in my third Tay Talks I spoke about how much I adore Jodi Picoult, I spoke about how much I love buying charity shop books, and now I'm just going to get back to all your comments. So thank you so much because I have so many comments to get through. So I'm just going to start. Sarah Hall said, I love reading secondhand books. Same for me. For me, once a book has been read, it's not lonely anymore. Aww. It has been appreciated, loved and shared. I remember at school my friends would fight over the new copies of the books we were going to read. I would patiently wait until the hustle and bustle had finished and then pick up a well-worn copy. I just love old books. That's so gorgeous, Sarah. You should write a poem, Sarah, about like old books because I like the way you wrote that. But yeah, I love secondhand books, you know me. One, because I'm a bargain queen, but second, you find like little scraps of paper or people have like highlighted a line and been like beautiful line and little lovely stuff like that. I once found in a poetry collection that I own, on one of the poems, someone had written for Mum's funeral and it was a poem about grief, and that hit me. It was just like, oh my god, because you can read stuff and kind of disconnect through it if you're not in it, but then to think, oh, this like is about someone's grief and this girl probably read this out at her mum's funeral. It just has so much more impact to it. The Writer's Crown said, I moved from a big city where there weren't many charity shops back to a place full of them. I've been going bananas in the charity shop book sections. Same for me. So in Essex, where I live, there's quite a lot of charity shops. I then moved to Birmingham city centre, none. Like only a few, not a lot going on. And in Bristol there is quite a few charity shops. There's also, if you go to, it's called St Nick's Market in the town centre. There's a shop in there, it's a yellow bookshop. One side is non-fiction, the other side, because they're two separate shops next to each other, is fiction, and they do gorgeous secondhand books. So it's like a hidden gem though in Bristol. So yeah, that's nice. FK Vlog said, I love the way you describe books. Thanks, girl. These all sound very interesting. I've never read Jodi Picoult book, but you have now intrigued me. I have seen the film, My Sister's Keeper. I've seen that as well with Cameron Diaz. I really enjoyed it, but I know a lot of people who read the book had issues with it because they changed the ending of the movie. Yeah, My Sister's Keeper, I'm not really interested in reading that. I have seen the film, I thought the film was good, but I have no real interest in the book. I'm not sure. Minx Laura said yay for books. Yay. Loanis, I freaking love charity shops with a burning passion. This summer I went to England and got 63 freaking books. 40 of them were hardcovers, collector's editions and box sets in perfect conditions for £80. That is good. Bitch, not you Hannah darling, I'm talking to the world. I'll fight you when it comes to charity shops. People are so poor sorry when they would pay £600 when they can get them for 80. So what if the spine isn't perfect? So what if the corner is a little bent? So what if someone's drawn a freakishly realistic penis on page 37 under the drawing of a cat? You still get to have nice books. I agree. I love charity shop books. I love it all. I love your comment. I love it. I cackled out loud for quite a long time at that one. Acacia says, I forgot about Jodi as an author. I loved her when I first started reading adult fiction. Maybe I should pick her up again. You should. I adore her. Mystery Date with a Book says, I've never read anything by Jodi Picoult, but all three of the books you talk about sound brilliant. So I'll just do a brief. I did Lone Wolf, 10th Circle and Change of Heart. Love those three from Jodi. I love shopping for books in charity shops. You never know what you're going to find in there. 100%. And also if you kind of dig around, I've worked in charity shops before and they just kind of like throw the books on the thing sometimes, but sometimes underneath the bookshelf they'll just like throw books under there as well, because you want to get as much stock out in the charity shop as you can so you can get as much money as you can for charity. And obviously you've got to use some of that money to pay for the coverage of the shop, and it's really difficult running a charity shop. So because of that, they just throw out so many like different books and you can kind of find them anywhere. I remember we used to start putting books, like we had a bookshelf and then we just put them in bric-a-brac, just throw them about. So sometimes in charity shops you have to do a little bit of the digging, and also in some charity shops, if you say if you've got any more books, they'll say, oh yeah, we've got loads out back, come through and have a look. Like, they just chill like that sometimes. Stephanie Caliger says, I read The Pact a few years ago and really enjoyed it. It details with a suicide pact, oh my god, and the legal implications if one person makes the pact and backs out of it. I loved it when I read it and definitely needs a reread. I also have 90 minutes, but I haven't read it yet. I've got 90 minutes. The pack sounds amazing. That actually sounds really good. I'm guessing it's Jodi Picoult, are you saying? I'm not sure, but that sounds really good. Stace reads a bit. My Sister's Keeper is an excellent book that centres on organ donation. I'm sure you'd love it. Also, Sing You Home is really good. Yeah, I have seen the film. Maybe I will read Sister's Keeper because, like, people are saying it's good, so maybe it is. And organ donation is the same that's in A Change of Heart. So it's weird that she wrote 2 on the subject. Marguerite, I love shopping secondhand. It's like going on a treasure hunt. I recently got a leather-bound edition of the 80s Edgar Allan Poe's collective work for only £1. It was in perfect condition too. I haven't read any Edgar Allan Poe, but I do have a collection of his works from a charity shop. I think it's leather-bound as well. So yeah, it was like a Reader's Digest one, and it's really good. Jeremy Jones, now you've got me saying charity shops instead of thrift stores. Yeah, I find it so weird that you don't have charity shops in America, but you have thrift stores. But do thrift stores, does all the money from them go to charity? Because in charity shops, all the money goes to charity, and how you get stuff at the thrift store, at the, oh my god, at the charity shop is people donate stuff to them. So what are thrift shops? Are they profit? Are they charity? I can't work it out, I really can't. Azealia, oh I love that name, Azealia. I love pretty books too, but I can usually find them in second-hand shops. And what you said about charity shops is true, because I have some hardcovers bought at Age UK and Oxfam that were sent to Portugal by mail in a plastic bag, and they are simply perfect. And all of them were library books before it was sent to Oxfam for only £2. Who can say no? I wouldn't be able to say no to that. Bookmarks and bookshelves. I'm so jealous of bed knobs and broomsticks. I've been on the lookout for a copy and yours is perfect. Lucky find. I didn't actually, so in my Tay Talks I showed an edition of a book, that book that I'd got. I didn't find it, my mum did, and I've been looking for a copy for so long. It feels like they never get into the shops, and people don't realise that Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, that fantastic Disney film, was originally a book. It's like people don't realise. By Mary Norton, by the way. Spontaneous Reader. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult is really good. Another one for her. The Plain Truth was good until the last chapter, which I thought was unnecessary. So I think I'm going to read My Sister's Keeper now, because a lot of you are like, yeah, read it. Leela's Little Library. Hello, Leela. Hello, no, sorry, Hannah, may I suggest a subject for one of your Tay Talks? Of course you can. Suggest away. Or any of your videos, really. I would love if you did a video based on children's books, and maybe pick a children's author to spotlight. Maybe I could do like Quentin Blake's Spotlight. He's a children illustrator, and talk about like the best illustrations from him. Tell below what you feel. By children's, I mean anything middle grade and below. I personally believe there should be no age limit on books, except for mature subjects for underage people, of course. And I love books for all ages. I've been reading a lot of books aimed at younger audiences lately. I really enjoy the videos when you talk about these types of books. I feel it's different from most other booktubes. Girl, I'm original. All your videos are fun to watch. Thank you, Leela. Yeah, no, 100%. So I think my next Tay Talks is going to be Arthur Miller, and then after that, I'll pick a children's author to talk about. I want to talk more about Mary Poppins, because I feel like I don't give that book enough love, but yeah, definitely be talking about more children's books. Leela has also done another comment. I have read 4 of Jodi Picoult's books, and I own 19 of them. Oh my god, 19. Thank goodness for used bookstores. I have read Plain Truth. Oh, and then she's gone into each of the books. So Plain Truth, 19 minutes, and she's gone into all the 4s. This is a really good comment. So if you go onto my Tay Talks comment video, if you want to know the synopsis for each of these books, then go on them, because Leela's done like a really good synopsis on each of them. She's also done reviews for them. That's really cool. So yeah, if you want to know synopsis, I'll read through them and choose the one there. I think my next one will have to be Sister's Keeper, and then what one do you think I should read next? Graham's books. That edition of Bed Knobs and Broomsticks though, and then like the emoji with heart eyes. I know. I know, it's gorgeous. I've just popped on my specs, so I'm not like, well, what's that? So I can read a little bit clearer. So, said yes. I adore Jodi Picoult. Leaving Time is good. I recommend it. My top 3 are probably 19 Minutes, Handle with Care, and Small Great Things. Oh, please read them. I want to hear everything you think about them. I don't know why I went so dramatic like that. Please read them. Don't know why I did some kind of dramatic reading there, Sadie, sorry. I prefer buying used books. It's like they have a history, and I imagine who has read it before me. Plus a lot of times they have interesting notes in the margins, equals gold. And then she's done an emoji with heart eyes again. I agree with everything you said. I love secondhand books too. Release the City. I've read House Rules and 90 Minutes. I totally recommend both. I love Jodi Picoult's writing, so thank you for these recommendations. I love love doing these TED Talks videos, the comment section, because I feel like I'm now recommending, like through me, other people in the world. I'm recommending stuff that they recommend, and it's just a nice community thing, I think, to do on my channel. And now there's like 5,000 of us. I think it's just a nice little thing. So anyway, let me carry on. Jenna Powell. I've read both Leaving Time and The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. I like The Storyteller better because I love books dealing with World War II. So do I. But you may like Leaving Time because it has a lot to do with elephants. I do like elephants as well. I'll have to see. Monica. Hello, Monica. Looking Lovely is always Hannah. Oh, Monica, thank you. I've not read any Jodi Picoult, but 10th Circle sounds intriguing. Those children's books are beautiful, crushing over those beautiful pencil illustrations. They are lovely. I've currently reading Cobbett, a book about fallen angels, which is really good so far. I love the story of Lucifer, you know, the fallen angel in the Bible, so that might actually be for me, that book. Chloe James, what one would you say to start with? The 10th Circle by Jodi Picoult. Start with it, it's my favourite from her. Chloe's also written, those Jodi Picoult books sound good. Jonaris, 90 Minutes and Sing You Home are wonderful. Rachel D, my favourite Picoults are Handle with Care, House Rules and The Storyteller. Lauren Rivera said, love Jodi Picoult. I would highly recommend Small Great Things, Leaving Time and The Pact. All brilliant. Also, The Pact is the suicide one that is by her that was recommended earlier that really stuck in my head, and I was like, I might have to go on to Amazon after this video. And Leaving Time I've heard recommended quite a lot, and I own that one as well. CeeLo Lily, I know this has nothing to do with the video, but I was wondering if you could talk about what advice you would give to your 14, 15-year-old self. What advice would you give to teenagers now? I would say don't grow up too soon, but also don't think that when you're an adult everything's going to be okay, because I think a lot of times people are like, oh, when you're an adult everything will be figured out, and when you're an adult you'll never be confused and you'll have this dream life and dream home and everything will go perfectly. And I do personally love my life. I'm not against my life in any way, but I think don't think the fairy tales out there and everything's going to fall into place. You have to work hard to get it to fall into place, and you have to make brave decisions. I feel emotional for you because I feel like I want to hug you and be like, life is so hard. You're going to have you're going to have a great time. There's going to be some great memories. But you're going to have a real heartbreak and a really horrible time, and I'm sorry. That's terrible advice. You're going to have a hideous life. Sorry, everyone. But, you know, life is difficult, and life can be a great thing, but it could also be a horrendous thing. Like, I don't know if I want children, because I don't know if I want to bring a child in. Sorry, I'm rambling, but, like, do you know what I mean? Life is, especially when you look at the world today, it's, oh God, it's full of great happiness, but also incredible misery. And we're all just trying to swim along, aren't we? Just keep swimming. Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning, I'll be honest with you. The next comment. Anyway, that's my advice. Change is good. Taj said, Leaving Time by Jodi Picoult was amazing. It's my favourite book of her. You should definitely read it. I'm reading Leaving Time. Everyone said Leaving Time. Violet said, I don't particularly love Jodi Picoult's books. Sorry, what? Possibly because I'm not a fan of how she often swaps perspectives in different characters. It's just not my cup of tea. I love different character perspectives, but if there's too many, I know what you mean, it can get a little bit too complicated, and it's not everyone's thing. However, I do admire the fact that she's not afraid to tackle some really difficult, hard-hitting issues. That takes real guts, and I think she deals with these subjects tastefully. I'd recommend picking up two others that I've read of hers, My Sister's Keeper and Plain Truth, which is about a Amish girl who's arrested for murdering her own newborn baby. Oh my God. That's one thing I love about Jodi Picoult, is that she takes on subjects that other authors are a little bit afraid of, or when other authors try and tackle these subjects, they do them in a really bad way, because they're like, oh, we're talking about rape, but let's not, because it's a difficult subject. And they just kind of brush over everything, and they will have an event in it, like say a rape, but they won't deal with any of the psychological consequences with it, because it's just too much for them to kind of want to go into. I couldn't write on that topic because I haven't had any, you know, I don't know what it's like to go through that, and I don't know anyone who has, so I don't think I could write on it. But when authors try and they bluster about, it winds me up so freaking much. Anyway, Lily Gills, still on Violet's. I'm totally on you with the charity shop front. I almost exclusively buy my books second hand, partly because I'm a type. Hello, me too, sister. But also because I feel bad about buying brand new edition of books that's sitting there on a shelf, discarded by its owner. Not that I'm mental or anything. No, I feel the same. I feel to buy brand new books, especially ones that you always see in charity shops, it's kind of it's a waste of money, and you can be giving that money to a charity to help them out. Hail, sister. Lily Gillis said, read Leaving Time. Okay, that's like the 6th time someone said that. I will definitely read it. I highly recommend this book. It's mind-blowing. I loved it so much. Larissa, hello Larissa, said, I've only read My Sister's Keeper and it was so good but sad. I will admit I went into an ugly cry. It's worth the read though. Thank you. And Loannis again said, the first book sounds very interesting, but honestly I don't think I'll be able to read it since it's a bit too heavy subject for me. That was The 10th Circle, which is about rape. But I do believe that if you said it's true, which I assume it is, I don't believe I've read or even heard a book that deals with the subject of automatically believing girls when they say they've been raped. I believe it's an important subject. I do as well. That could be a like discussion video if you're interested. Looks and Books said, love Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Oh my god, that copy is so pretty. Thank you. And Autumn Rose St. Clair, which, can I just say, it's a good name. Even if that's not your real name, that's a good name to come up with. I didn't even know Bedknobs and Broomsticks was a book. I'm obsessed with collecting old books from charity shops. I pretty much only buy used cheap books and I'm so happy about it. Even if I could afford a ton of new books, I would still shop for books in charity shops. I find so many vintage, rare, out of print books to add to my collection. That's one thing as well. Thank you for reminding me. You get out of print books and then when you look them up, you can't buy them on Amazon because they are out of print and it's just a bit more special, I feel. I found a hardcover first edition of James the Giant Peach. That's my favourite, one of my favourite books, girl. For $1 the other day and nearly died of excitement. I hope you like that because that is. I think Quentin Blake's drawings are fantastic in that. It's by Roald Dahl. I'm not a massive Roald Dahl fan, but I think Roald Dahl, that's the best book he's ever written. It's stunning. I love that. So that's it. That's the end of your comments. Thank you for everyone who has commented. I love doing these videos. I can't even tell you. It just fills me with so much joy to like read these comments, and like this is why I started the BookTube channel, is to talk to people and connect with people for their love of books, because I didn't have that in my real world thing, and I love that now I have this. So thank you so much, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Such a YouTuber thing to say, okay? And I'll see you all very soon for another video. Bye.